God, I've come to take you home.
From God, Ween, Satan. That's Ween. And a track called Up on the Hill. My guests tonight in our New York City studios, Ween. Hi, Dean.
Hi, man.
Hi, Gene.
Hey, dude.
How you doing?
Okay.
Pretty good.
What the hell are you doing in New York City?
I don't know. We've been asking ourselves that.
Yeah.
This is day 4.
Putting in the time with, putting in the time. Doing time in the city.
Did our video. We've done a lot of press, played a show, and now this is it. A couple more interviews.
What goes on in a Ween video? I've never seen these things.
Well, this was the first time we ever did one, actually, so it's totally gay.
Really?
It's going to be awesome, yeah.
Oh, yeah? So, like, you went down into the weird clubs of the Lower East Side and put on leather and stuff, you mean?
No, we didn't film any New York footage at all.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, then why'd you do it?
Totally gay in another way.
Oh, okay.
We had a lot of
leather.
We had a lot of gay men in the video.
Where'd you find them?
Dancing with.
How'd you find them?
We got all oiled up for our video.
All right. Well, this will run late at night probably on the video channel. On your new record, on Pure Guava, when you opened it up, there's a picture of, looks like a homestead somewhere, and you've got about 40 people. It's very kind of Allman Brothers band circa 1970.
Yeah.
All these kind of hippie-type people, and one black guy with a scythe.
Yeah.
Coleman. What is all this? Who are these people?
Brothers and sisters, just like the Almonds. And
yeah, they're all locals from the town of Lambertville and New Hope, and they're just all our friends. We just got them all up there one day for a shoot.
And Lambertville, New Hope is where you're from?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Lambertville is in New Jersey, and New Hope is Pennsylvania, but they're both on the Delaware River. So if you cross the bridge from New Hope into Lambertville, you're in Jersey. So
you're in another state.
Yeah.
Right, we live right on the border.
Okay, so wherever the vice rules are the more lax is where you're likely to hang out. So, like, how do you guys know each other?
It's been forever since junior high school.
Yeah, we met each other in high school.
We both moved to New Hope in like 6th and 7th grade, and then we just met each other there.
And did you have similar tastes in music, or did you have different tastes in music, or were you in different bands? Like, how did you know you were?
It came together through music, actually.
Yeah.
Our circle of friends, we have another close friend. We were all really freaking out on music at about that time, just trying to we were getting into the Sex Pistols and punk rock, and we all liked the Beatles and just everything. I mean, at that point, there was everything, and we couldn't really play anything, but we all wanted to kind of make music, and we're still good friends actually with everyone from back then. They're all still around.
Just started. I remember Diener here gave me a bunch of punk rock records one time we first met. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I turned him on to some music, and everybody was just turning everybody on to all this cool stuff.
You guys just seem, you seem more funky than punk does to me. I mean, it seems like there'd be more Stevie Wonder records in your collection than like the Mekons.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, as far as punk rock is like, it doesn't have to be like fast, and to be punk rock. I mean, there's a lot of people that are totally punk rock, I think.
But the most...
James Brown is totally punk rock.
Yeah.
When Richard Pryor was on the Arsenio show, that was punk rock.
Yeah,
That's
there's
true.
There's a lot of guys that are just completely punk rock. You don't even have to make music to be punk rock,
Yeah.
But there's something about, like, if white guys try to be funky, will they ever get played by black radio stations, or will they always be looked at as being nerds?
No, they'll get played. I think black people actually appreciate it. Go, hey, guys, funny, man.
They like the nerd aspect?
Well, yeah, it's just...
It all depends. It's just, I don't think it really makes a difference. I mean...
It's like, I don't know.
If you're funky, you're funky. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
What's the best thing you've ever seen James Brown wear?
Oh, man. That's really hard to say. We hold James in the highest... We have the highest respect for James.
Oh, yeah, so do I.
Basically everything James Brown wears is cool.
Pretty much, yeah, totally.
It's true.
He always looks super bad. So.
Yeah.
He looks great in a Cadillac. I mean, there's no... But who has the best costumes of you two when you're performing live? Who's got the best wardrobe?
Oh, I do.
Who's that?
I don't just kidding.
No, we do.
Both wear T-shirts
we just go
and
for our
jeans.
shirts and jeans.
Yeah.
But I saw like a picture of somebody in a thing that looked like a beehive hat.
Well, we have headgear that we wear if the night is right and it feels all right.
Yeah.
And is there,
our thing.
is there any like what is there any significance to the headgear? Is it somehow, does it have anything to do with religion or anything?
I think it has more to do with like when I put my headgear on, it like restricts my breathing. I tie it really tight, and it makes like all the blood like makes my face turn purple and my eyes bug out, and it's hard to breathe and it's hard to do anything, and it's hard to sing, and you almost want to throw up. And I think that's pretty inspiring actually.
When I put my chef's cap and goggles on, it's, you can't see through the goggles. You got 2 tiny pinholes, so you wind up with your back to the audience the whole time, and you lose all sense of balance, and you have absolutely like no idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I've
or
seen
where
that
you
a
are.
lot. He thinks he's facing the audience, but
Right.
he'll be looking at me, and it's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great
It's
feeling.
totally punk rock right there.
Well,
He thinks he's rocking, and it's like intense because he is.
But when you guys are working together and you're making the music, you work at home, right? It's like a home studio thing, a lot of
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even on the new record, even though Elektra Records gave you like millions of dollars to record Pure Guava.
Well, yeah, but we made the record before they signed us. We didn't a lot. It would be really nice to believe that we got our advance, and then we just bought a cassette and then threw it in the 4-track
Yeah.
and made the record. But no, it was actually done.
And a lot of that money we're going to use to build our own a studio, or an upgraded studio
Yeah, we're doing that
of
right
sorts.
now.
Why do you need to do that?
Because we can afford to.
Yeah, and 4 tracks is cool. I mean, it's great. It's great having a 4-track, and it's great doing it. But to be truly way over the top, I mean, we're never going to make a song like, Court of the Crimson King, a song with 4 tracks. You just need, the.
You need tracks for like the backing vocalists and tracks for the horns,
everything, totally.
Yeah.
tracks for
And
the strings.
we love that. Yeah, we'd love to have like 10 tracks of just lousy, vocals.
No way, really?
Oh man, come on.
What's the best Rush record ever made?
We don't like Rush, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
The best Rush
Yeah.
record ever made will be their last record.
Yeah.
Whenever that comes out.
But you like the prog rock stuff, don't you? I mean, the real sort of heavy.
No,
I
we
don't
were just
know,
talking about
70s.
this. No, we have a fine appreciation for it, but we don't ever listen to it, ever.
Yeah.
Crimson,
Some of it.
some
yeah.
Crimson I can check out.
Yeah,
but,
I like King Crimson.
as far as like Rick Wakeman records and go, we own them, but we don't listen to them.
No, we're into that whole trip, Gentle Giant and all that. But you just have to.
Well, that's like the mystical.
It
sort of
has
thing.
to exist. It's very, very important.
Right.
But
It's
you-
very, very important.
You're into the Donovan thing too, right?
Sure.
What is it about Donovan? Have you heard that tribute record that they did in Vancouver?
No.
Oh, is that has Donovan on the cover, and you think it's a Donovan record, but it's not?
Yeah,
what it
probably.
is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. I see it in the record stores all the time.
But it hasn't fooled you yet.
I think the guy has a
Nah.
pretty deep fantasy, and that's what
We
like
should have been
about
on the
him.
Donovan tribute record, actually.
What would you have done if you were doing the Donovan tribute thing?
What's that song? Starfish on the Toast.
Yeah, Starfish on the Toast, totally.
Yeah.
It's because I can play it on the acoustic guitar.
What about Stevie Wonder? Because when I listen to Push the Little Daisies, I can sort of hear Stevie.
Stevie's
Never heard that.
Stevie's a big influence, of
Totally.
course. on
Yeah.
We
everybody.
love Stevie Wonder. He's
Yeah.
one of the finest human beings probably that's ever lived.
You wake
Guy's
up,
so full of love, man.
you wake up in the morning and you put Stevie Wonder on, and you just start to cry with happiness.
We had one of the best tour experiences listening to Stevie Wonder on our last tour, Songs in the Key of Life.
Oh, yeah.
Driving through a snowstorm in Buffalo.
Oh. Hotter than
Dude's-
July, huh?
Dude's
Totally.
beautiful.
Hotter Than July is great. What
Yeah.
an underrated record.
Well, I just thought when I heard Push the Little Daisies, I really thought it was a lost track from The Secret Life of Plants, I thought it was
I've never heard that one. I think he was getting a little deep there.
Check it out, because it's happening. What's the, have you ever seen Pull My Daisy, the Jack Kerouac film?
Mm-mm.
You know what it's
I've
about?
heard of it.
You
No,
know what it's about, though, right?
What's it about?
Well,
No.
it's about whacking off.
Oh.
Was that?
That's not what this is about, though, is it?
Yeah, no.
No, not really at all.
No.
Well, what's it about, then?
We're not down with Kerouac.
What's going on at Push the Little Daisies?
I know too many little art
about-
farts that read their Kerouac and think they're so cool.
It's about a woman's nipples.
Oh, really?
No.
But it could be.
It could be, yeah.
All right, this is from Pure Guava. Here we go. This is Ween. From Pure Guava, a track called Push the Little Daisies. Dean and Gene Ween are with me tonight in our New York City studios. People seem to be really surprised that you were signed to a major label. What do you make of that?
We just laugh at them.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to get signed years and years and years ago.
We laugh at them all the way to the bank.
Totally. Cracks us up.
So what have you done with the advance?
All our loser friends are in bands for like 30 years. We got all these friends that are older.
And they're like,
and just the resentment is so high.
They're
so angry. They just can't believe it.
Well, that's probably because they're making really bad music to try and get into a major label.
It's true.
But I mean, you didn't have to compromise or anything. They didn't tell you you had to clean up your lyrics. They didn't tell you had to stop singing about women.
No,
that's why we picked Elektra. They're really cool. They're really cool about stuff like that. And the owner is
on drugs all the time.
Bob Krasnow. Yeah. Besides that, he's one of the coolest dudes
No, that's
ever,
just a rumor. Yeah, but they, it's pretty. I mean, what do you want? What can you say?
So they didn't
put out a record we did on a 4-track in our apartment.
Oh yeah,
it's just about as good as it can get, really.
Right.
I think.
But they didn't.
I can't see us doing anything more rad than that ever. So.
Yeah. So they didn't come to you and say, we've got to get a single out of this. We have to get something that can get some radio airplay outside of the college thing.
Oh, our record was done, so I mean.
Yeah, but they didn't know that when they gave you the advance, did they? Did they know the record was done then?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
No, plus picking the single, I mean, the only problem with that is which one. I mean, we got 19 number one hits, like our record. That was the only argument. It was days and nights of just coffee and cigarettes until we all came to the decision.
Well, you still, I mean, so you got all this money, you got the advance, and you had the record recorded. I don't understand. What did they give you the advance for? Why didn't they just say, okay, we've got your record, we'll put it out?
Why would we sign?
Right.
I don't know.
Well, if you want to know, I mean,
if
you want to get technical, we licensed it to them actually, and so they bought the rights of Pure Guava from us.
There was 2 contracts
for a shitload of money.
All right, and then what did you do with the shitload of money? Where did the money go?
We just can't figure out what to do with it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the couriers come every day and keep saying it, bags of money. It's like, what do we do with it?
Right.
No, it's all a lie, man. Don't ever let anyone tell you that getting signed to a major label means you got millions of dollars.
No.
It's a lie. It costs a lot. It costs a lot to get that organized, to get a lawyer and a manager and all that, get it all done.
You wind up, everybody takes a percentage, man. Everybody's got their hands in the cake.
No, we're doing well, but I mean, we're not rich by any standards, you know.
No.
I think we make about as much right now as a school teacher or something.
Right.
Yeah, but you're having more fun.
No, we're working a lot harder than we ever have.
It would be better to be like
It's all
psychologically
worth
abusing a classroom full of kids than it would be to put out these records, you mean?
No, there's not, making music is great. It's the best job in the world, totally happy doing it, but, there's a work thing, too, about it, We're in New York, this is our 4th day here, so.
Have you ever recorded a track that was so over the top that you wouldn't put it out, that it was just too weird to put on a record?
All of them. Yeah, we've got millions of tracks.
Yeah, man, we've got for every record there's like
it's a real drag.
100 songs left off.
It's a real drag that the 45 isn't around because we have more B-sides than any band ever.
Yeah.
Well,
like some bands put out like the double A-sided single, the We Will Rock You, We Are the Champion single.
Yeah.
We put out double B-side singles.
Well, yeah, I mean, like some of the stuff is it's a little bit kind of drug dirge for me, but some of it's totally completely hooky.
Mm-hmm.
And I would think that maybe the record company would come down on you, or one of the hundreds of yes men you've had to hire would come down on you and say, put out the one with the hooks.
Nah, see, that spoils Ween, and I don't think anyone would ever do that just because one makes the other one that much more beautiful,
Yeah.
You get, I think that's just the beauty of it. We're not going for one sound. We're not going for one, we don't want to make one kind of music, We're not intentionally trying to make every kind of music. We're just doing it as it comes,
Well, when people come up to you and say, like, my favorite song on Pure Guava is Morning Glory, do you sort of scream and run away from them, or do you say,
no,
why did you
that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people's favorite song. I mean,
that's always a great thing to hear.
And it changes. Everybody's favorite song changes all the time. I mean,
People
if they really like our record, then.
So what songs do the people who are the total nerds, though? What songs do they like?
Morning Glory.
Yeah.
So like the weirdest freak came up to me somewhere, like, I don't know, in Texas, and just, told me how much he understands Morning Glory. And I did get kind of scared, actually.
Nah, that's fine. I mean, that's cool. You can like Morning Glory.
So what?
No punk.
What's the weirdest place you've played so far? Strangest town?
Budapest, Hungary.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Really? You were in
I played
Hungary?
Budapest.
We played in Budapest, and it was about the weirdest.
It was
shit.
in like it was like
a wine cellar.
if you can imagine like a sewer cavern with like a cave over you,
Like
and
where
the
Chud was
speakers,
filmed.
right? And the speakers, every time the bass would go off in the speakers, the ceiling would start to chip. So you had all this like dust chipped, like the whole room was full of
Stones and
like
dirt.
Dracula-looking people in big Russian hats, and like old dust was just like drooling down from the ceiling.
It wasn't. It wasn't like.
We were playing through like a bingo PA in Budapest.
It wasn't like unhip scene people. You know what I mean? Like you play in. You can play in some city where the people are lame, wherever, like Amsterdam. That's what I think. I think of lame people. But and like they're just like the hip, young people that think they know what's going on or something. In Budapest, we played to like 80-year-old men with big fat necks and fur caps, drunk on vodka. Like it was just the audience was so mixed. It wasn't like there was not. They just didn't know what the hell was going on. We had our tape deck and
Budapest, I'll tell you.
We were playing.
It was really intense.
Can you like? Is there a place to bowl in Budapest?
No.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Are you
When
really?
we were there, discos was the big thing.
Yeah.
So like the whole thing with like the '70s music, you mean, and the mirrored balls and that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Disco had just hit, and it was like the biggest thing in the whole world.
And
which
what
is
do you
awesome.
do after a gig then? Like, do you go out to the disco or what happens late at night in Budapest?
What do we do?
The
We went to
hotel
a
bar is what we
yeah.
would do. We'd go to our hotel bar, drink bad alcohol.
And eat Hungarian goulash.
What's the first sign of a good town when you enter it for the first time? What do you look for?
Oh, well, we're not really like we're not really hippies, but I think we're both into like nature a bit. So just if it's a nice area, I like. It was nice to go to the West Coast last time, just because just the land is a lot different than where we're from in the Northeast. We've never been out there. You just see deserts and all that. So we like that a lot. If it's a nice area, that's good enough for us.
But everybody out west is like a health junkie. I mean, they're all into
Well,
whole
we're
grains.
into like steaks and cigarettes and
Yeah, you can always, there's a lot of health junkies, but you can always find those who are total scumbags.
Yeah,
like
no,
us.
we choose our crew very carefully, actually. And right now, we've got like a non-smoking vegetarian with us. He's our sound man, and he's like a macro-neurotic vegetarian hippie. So when we had to choose a tour manager, we laid down the prerequisites. When we interviewed people,
Must eat steak. Must smoke cigarettes.
must smoke cigarettes.
Must do drugs.
Must enjoy steak.
Yeah.
Do drugs and drink way too much.
Totally.
And not have any, hygiene at all.
On both the records that I've got here tonight, you ask people who come to see you to bring you food, but on the new record, you ask them to bring you healthy food, hot meals.
Yeah.
So-
Well, that's because
It has nothing to do with healthy, really.
right. Just we would get a lot of joke food,
Yeah.
wacky joke food,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing like we don't really eat junk food that much,
People
Yeah.
still don't get the message. Last night, some guy threw a can of pork and beans up on the stage. It's like, man, get it together.
Yeah, but
They're like-
that's New York. I mean, if New Yorkers like you, you get a can of pork and beans.
Yeah, but what about veal cutlet or something
Right, we like
that?
we like food with class.
Yeah,
We like good food.
that's what we want, and that's why we. Now we're gonna have to do it again on our fourth album. Like, we're just gonna have to lay down the law.
You got to be
Right.
more and more specific, I guess. What's the best thing that anyone brought to you?
Best thing.
Yeah, food-wise.
Well, let's see. We got some really good Vietnamese food, I think, in Minneapolis.
Oh, that was good.
That was really,
That was
really
right.
good. And we got a leg of lamb in Las Vegas.
But
Whoa.
it wasn't.
That was awesome. That was
Yeah.
like a record, a record
We had to go
signing
get
party.
it, yeah.
And, they had this whole meal prepared for us, and there were a bunch of really cool people, and had all kinds of good food there.
I think on the last tour, the most appreciated meal though was in Austin. We played in Austin on Thanksgiving, this past Thanksgiving, and we had this really lousy Thanksgiving dinner in our hotel, and then some older lady brought up this plate. she had been at her parents for Thanksgiving dinner, then came to our show, and she just took all the leftovers. So there's this big plate of turkey and stuffing and stuff. And I was so hungry. I remember, instead of packing up my gear, I just sat right on the stage. I never even left the stage, and I ate all the turkey until it was gone.
And you don't have to fight off the crew for that kind of thing, then.
Well,
No, he
I
doesn't
ate it
eat.
too.
He doesn't eat. Kirk doesn't eat
no.
meat. Yeah, our sound man's.
No, he eats
He'd
salad.
throw up.
He eats salad and listens to like live Neville Brother albums and stuff.
Well, at least he's not a new age kind of guy.
Berries and dirt
I'm sure
and
he
sticks. Tree bark.
He does. He mixes the best sound in the world, though.
Oh, that's good.
That's why we have.
He eats like fish tank algae.
Right.
Ooh. What is the what's the farthest you've been away from in the tour? You went. You mentioned Hungary. Did you go any further east than that?
That was
No,
probably
that was-
that's the furthest
That's it, huh?
out there.
That's the
we've ever
outermost
been.
region. Yeah.
Well, like, what do they make of you? And have you done England? Have you performed in England?
Yeah,
Yep.
a few times.
They're so like politically correct there in the music press. Do they go after you?
England's a big toilet. It's
Yeah.
a horrible place.
Yeah, we did an interview with somebody from England yesterday, and they were giving us all kinds of crapola about reggae junkie Jew, and
What kind of crapola were they giving you? What
well,
was
you know,
the problem?
I'm a really sensitive man, and you know, you use all this
Just-
profanity.
I
and
just have
why do you use so much
no
profanity?
use for that whole country. Ungrateful people.
Well, they don't get it somehow. There's a weird sense of humor going on there. You know, like they think Benny Hill is funny, but they don't get the other stuff.
We were saying that yesterday. We were watching. What were we watching on TV? Something like, I forget. Yeah, England just sucks.
No, England doesn't suck.
It does so suck.
No,
man.
England doesn't suck. England has
Okay, tell me 3 good things about England.
Stonehenge.
And don't say beer. Yeah.
Stonehenge, beer.
Punk rock.
No, Stonehenge, beer, Led
Almost
Zeppelin.
Who was the? Yeah, exactly.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. Led
Right,
Zeppelin.
but you
came
had
out
to
of
go
England.
back to millions
Black
of years
Sabbath.
to Stonehenge.
Well, yeah, Stonehenge and Led Zeppelin cancel each other out, though. They kind of count as the same thing. But so
Have
so
you
like,
ever seen Stonehenge? Have you ever gone there?
well, no, I thought that you can't get to it. They only have a replica made. Like I heard there's like a plastic
no.
replica you go
no,
to.
that's
now.
not true.
No.
Stonehenge is.
It's
there's very
totally
few
fenced
things that
off.
we've ever seen like that affected us that heavily. Stonehenge is really, really, really like
Really
way out of
heavy.
control.
Yeah.
Man. It's definitely something.
Very, very, very powerful. And the funny thing was, we went straight from Abbey Road Studios to Stonehenge,
Yeah.
Well,
like in the same 3 hours. So
We'd been in England for 2 weeks.
by the
and
time
then
we got to Stonehenge, there was just like a tear, coming down my face.
We'd been in England for 2 weeks and done nothing but just like drink, eat gyros, and like sit in the hotel. And then on the very last day we were there, we saw Abbey Road and Stonehenge, and we walked across the Abbey Road crosswalk.
oh yeah. Did you
Yeah.
go to Abbey Road to try and get some money?
No,
You know.
you're thinking of the Ruddles movie or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Everyone went. It just seemed like at the end of it, Abbey Road was giving away all kinds of money to everybody who came in. The
Yeah.
Beatles Apple Corporation, which was run out of there, right?
Right.
They were sort of always.
Rutland.
the Rutland Corporation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was it. It was the Ruddles thing too. What about Captain Beefheart? Did you listen to him when you were like growing up, or do you still listen to him now, or do you think that he was a
I'll
righteous
tell you,
dude?
no, my dad had a bunch of Beefheart records, and I listened to one of them, and I really didn't like him at all. I thought he was trying to imitate some like black blues singer, and it pissed me off.
I don't.
I never really down with Beefheart.
Yeah, I won't say anything bad about him because actually, of everybody I know has tried to turn me on to Beefheart, and I've never even given it enough of a chance. But people whose opinions, I don't respect hardly anyone's opinions on music, but everyone who I do is totally down with, swears by it, so, but no, I don't have any of his records.
You don't. It's when you do stuff like "I Got So Weasel," it just sounds like you're
Probably
coming
the
out of
best song we ever wrote.
Not a bad one. It's a pretty good one, but it sounds like
We were
you're
like
coming out of the
13.
same place, man. You know.
Well, we probably are. We're probably, I probably listened to what Beefheart listened to. I didn't listen to Beefheart though, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like Beefheart, I think listened to a bunch of old Lightning Hopkins records or whatever, and then did his music. And fortunately for me, I was turned on to all that stuff too. So, but it's just white boy trying to be black boy kind of deal.
Is the Stallion Sylvester Stallone?
Well, yeah, no, you should reverse that. Sylvester Stallone is the original Italian stallion.
Have you ever seen that film?
of course.
You have,
What,
huh?
Rocky?
No, the Italian Stallion.
No, I don't
The
think
movie,
so.
The Italian Stallion?
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't that, because that was like a sort of softcore porn film that he made. Sometime after he made The
you
Lords
know,
of Flatbush.
I have seen clips from that. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Because like I saw a guy on Joan Rivers' show saying that Sylvester Stallone has the smallest talent in Hollywood, but I don't think he really meant talent. But, you know, this is Joan Rivers, so we're talking lowbrow culture now. I was just wondering whether you had some sort of affinity or you wanted to defend Sylvester Stallone.
No, the Eddie Murphy skit in Raw is like the funniest thing in the whole world. When he's talking about Stallone, Italian people and Stallone.
What does Eddie say?
Just about how Eddie likes to believe that all Italian people just worship Stallone, and he's talking about how like the worst place for a black person to be is outside of like the theater when Rocky lets out. It's really funny. And he just imitates Italian people, and you can tell he grew up probably in like the Italian part of Brooklyn or something because he does it really well. It's really hilarious.
From Pure Guava and a track called The Stallion Part 3. Dean and Gene have been my guests tonight in our New York City, whatever it is, studio. Listen, have you ever seen Prince? You ever seen him perform?
Yeah,
How was
a
he?
couple times.
Was he good?
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
What is it about Prince that makes him so, you know, like I listened to the last record and I thought, man, I can't get into this. You know, the one with the symbol for a title.
Yeah,
But
it's been a
Diamonds
lot
and
of
Pearls
records.
was really kind of, I mean, he just seems to put a record after record. It's like obsessive with him. And I hear he's got hundreds of songs in the vault. Are you able to create that way? Can you write that many songs and, you know, put them away, put them aside?
Yeah, that's kind of our work ethic, or I don't know. I mean, we've always been into the quantity,
Right.
quantity before quality. Just make a million songs. But all three of our records so far have been weeded down from hundreds of songs each time.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same thing every time. Gina, me, and Andrew get together, make a big list, and then we all just like vote on it.
But is Prince the only guy you've ever covered
No.
on disc?
On record, he is. Yeah.
Why Prince then? Why everybody else not?
Why don't we do covers?
Well, no. Why did you choose since you only have done one on disc? Why did you choose that?
Well,
that song?
originally LMLYP, the lyrics, originally when we did it on the 4-track, the lyrics were only you know LMLYP, and then when it came time to make the record, we wanted to make it really long, so we I forget how Shockadelica came into the picture, but then we used the rap from Alphabet Street also.
Just listened to a lot of Love Sexy, and I think we were, yeah, I remember how it came. We were going to do it live, LMLYP, and we wanted to extend it. We wanted to add something else to it, so we just, picked that rap.
Actually, we were really hoping to get sued. That was the whole gist.
That was on the side, yeah. I wanted to get sued, too.
Yeah, well, there's some note there about how Ween's in big trouble or something like that on the liner notes.
We were just trying to instigate the lawsuit. It never happened, though. He just ignored us.
Well, you should try and get Kat to do one of your videos sometime.
She's probably not doing anything right. She's just like Prince trash, washed up now, right?
Yeah, Prince.
Calling Prince. Prince doesn't return any of her calls.
Totally.
Yeah.
Please, Prince, why don't you call me?
Check the dumpster
You can
behind
only
Paisley
hope.
Park.
Totally.
You know.
That's probably the best part about Prince.
So, did you like the last album, the one with the sign, whatever it's called?
It's all right. It's pretty good. Some good songs. There's some pretty uncalled for songs on there, too.
On what, Pure Guava?
No, the new Prince record.
All right.
Both of them, actually.
Yeah.
Do you ever get into fights over what you're going to put on a record and what you want to leave off?
Nah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, not really.
No, 45s have to come back, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of songs that should be out, and the thing is once they get cut from a record, then we have enough new songs where they never reappear. And if someone gives you an opportunity to be on a compilation or a single or something, we usually have a new song we'd rather put on there. So yeah, we have a lot of. If we were to die on the train on the way home today, which I hope doesn't happen. Elektra could just scam on us for years.
And
There could be
also-
Ween records forever.
Yeah, we're planning on the box set, too. That'll be in, 20 years. We'll have a, 4-volume box set, just with everything.
So that'll be like Christmas 2013.
Right.
All right, in the stores now. Which one of you guys is most popular with the female fans?
Well, obviously we both would like to believe that it's each of us.
Yeah, but I want some brutal honesty here.
Man,
It's hard to say, man.
I'm trying to cause conflict.
Lose count.
I'm trying
after
to
a while,
cause
dude.
conflict within the organization.
I'm just it's not until after you've married that the conflicts happen. Apparently,
No,
according to
we've
the rock and roll book.
compromised now. Now it's just team sex.
Right.
Ween
enough.
team sex.
Totally.
Thanks for being my guests tonight.
Sandwich of love.
All right.
Have a good time in Vancouver, man.
All right,
Okay,
man.
dude.
All right, take it easy.
Bye-bye.